This lesson is for Chris. You asked me to do online order of operations so you can work with your son. So we're going to go through the baby steps in doing the order of operation. I know I'm going to break it down into tiny steps, and we're going to end up doing like 10, 12, 15 different examples, each one progressively more difficult. Let's start off with what your son's teacher probably taught him. Something called PEMDAS. PEMDAS stands for, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Some people say parentheses, exponents, multiplication and division. These go hand in hand. And finally, addition and subtraction. These two go hand in hand. One is not more important than the other. When you look at these last four, which is first? Okay? With that, I'm going to start off with one simple example. Let's say I gave you 8 plus 2 minus 3. Okay, since these are both plus and minuses, let's work from left to right. 8 plus 2 is 10, minus 3 is 7. Let's do it again, but this time, how about 8 minus 2 plus 3? Well, 8 minus 2 is 6, plus 3 is 9. Okay. Now let me add in a parenthesis with the exact same ones. Let's say I gave you, instead of 8 plus 2 minus 3, I said 8 plus 2 minus 3. What is that equal to? Well, 2 minus 3 is negative 1. And 8 plus negative 1 is 7. Now let's look at this one. Sometimes you end up with the same answer, but other times you don't. 8 minus 2 plus 3. This case, let's look at the order of operation. 2 plus 3, parentheses first, gives you 5. 8 minus 5 is 3. And that's it. Nothing more to it. Let's add in the next piece, multiplication. Eight plus 3 times 2. Well, let's add in just multiplication piece. 8 plus 3 times 2. Multiplication comes first. So 3 times 2 is 6. So 8 plus 6 is 14. Let's redo the exact same example. So this time, 8 plus 3 times 2. But I'm going to change it up. I'm going to put a parenthesis in. So let's look at what we do first. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Parentheses first. So in this case, 8 plus 3 is 11 times 2, which is 22. Let's continue. Let's say I would do 8 plus 3 times 2 to the second power. Now I'm adding in exponents. 2 to the second power is 4. So now I have 8 plus 3 times 4. Now order of operations. Multiplication comes first next. So 3 times 4 is 12 plus 8, which is 20. Excuse me. Let's do the exact same example. I'm just going to move the parentheses. 8 plus 3 times 2, second power. Well, let me put parentheses here. Let's look at what happens. Well, within parentheses, I have to follow the order of operation. So I have 8 plus 6 to the second power. 8 plus order of operation, 6 to the second power is 36. And 8 plus 36 is 44. Same exact example. The only thing I do is change the parentheses. Let's do it again. Exact same example, but let me again change the parentheses. 8 plus 3 to the second power, 2 to the second power. But let's say the parentheses this time is right here. So what I got to do is the parentheses first. But within the parentheses, I still have to follow the order of operation. So what comes first? Addition or multiplication? Multiplication is the answer. So what I do is 8 plus 6 to the second power. And 8 plus 6 to the second power is 14 to the second power, which happens to be 196. Same exact example, 3 different ways, 3 different answers, strictly because of movement of the parentheses. Let's just move it one more time, or 2 more times. What would happen if I would give it to you like this? 8 plus 3 to the second power, but I put the parenthesis here. Okay, so look what I have. Order of operation again. 8 plus 3 is 11. 11 times 2, second power, which gives you 22 to the second power. And I get 22, 22, 44, 44, 484. And let me put the parenthesis one more time. Okay. Notice, I want to point out something about this last one. Notice I had one parenthesis here and a second parenthesis around, a double parenthesis. Now finally, 8 plus 3 times 2 to the second. Of course, order of operation. Order of parentheses first. 11 times 2 to the second power. Next step in the order of operation, exponents. 4 times 11. Third step, 44. Look at this. 44, 484, 196, 44 here, and 20 here. Different answers, some coincidental, some not, and that's it. Good luck with working with order of operations, and Chris, just feel free to ask anytime you have questions.